What's up YouTube, Ash Wheeler here, back from YCS in Milan, and today I will show you a deck profile about my Red Eyes Rokket deck. That's the deck I used, and yeah, I got to top 164 of the 1965 players, so I got to day 2, but not more far, so let's start. The most of you wouldn't expect it could be so strong, this deck, but I showed the opposite. So I had only meta matchups like Thunder Dragon mixed with the Dragon combo, or Danger or Thunder Dragon Pure. There was also Salmon Great decks and Sky Striker. And there was one Lunar Light Danger, but yeah, so let's start with the monsters. So one copy of Red Eyes Black Dragon, then one Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, 2 copies of the Red Eyes Retro Dragon. It's like a helping hand trap, so if one or more level 7 or lower Red Eyes monsters will be destroyed by your opponent effect or battle, then you can special summon him in defense position and all of them get back, and this effect isn't once. Also, his other effect is you can tribute him for another special summon for a Red Eyes monster, but yeah, you won't need this at all. Then we have here the best combo card, so it's Black Metal Dragon, 3 copies. I can target Dragon Eyes on the field from my hand. I can activate this effect from the field to equip 2 Red Eyes and gains 600 attack. And if it leaves the field to the graveyard, I can add a Red Eyes card, and this effect isn't once. So you can imagine this could be very strong. So then we go with Absolute Dragon. It's very good if you want to add a Rokket monster if it's sent to graveyard. Then Rokket Tracer, 1 tuner, level 4, to summon another Rokket from your deck if you destroy a card on the field. Then Silver Rokket, I won't use this effect because I'm only using it to special summon or for Synchro Summon or Link Summon. Then we go for Rokket Synchron. Then we have here 3 Gateway Dragon, so most of my opponents didn't know this card. You can special summon him if your opponent controls a Link monster, and its other effect is that you once per turn can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Dark Dragon from your hand. If you have like 3 copies of him and on the hand, you can special summon all of them or summon all of them. Very strong. Then 1 copy of this Rudo, 1 Omni Dragon Proto to search like all of these Dark Dragons, or like Tempest, Dragon Ruler of Storms if you use Romulus, I'll show you later. Then for the IP combo, Watch All this God Dragon. Then one of the best cards against your opponent's Koakimeru Drago. I have to reveal in my end phase Dragon or Koakimeru card, so I'm only playing 1. So I'm showing a Dragon if in my end phase it wouldn't be destroyed. But the best effect is that light and dark monsters cannot be special summoned. If you summoning him with Erratic Seal in your opponent's turn, then it's very strong against the meta decks like Ray from Sky Striker, all the Dangers, Orcus, Grimaju, Thunder Dragon, and so on. Then we have a Crusader Draco. Then Carbonellon, good in combination with my Red Eyes Black Dragon or the Flammable Guard, it's level 1 tuner. And I'm playing a Glow Up Bulb as well, so very helpful if we just need a tuner or level 1 or 1 card more. So yeah, so that's with the monsters. See very many dragons, so no hand traps or no general hand traps, because War Chalice Dragon is a hand trap as well for your link monsters if you need it, but it's So I'm playing 3 quick launches. So it's very strong if you need your monster, because you can use it not only once, so it could be very strong. And you can choose, like, if you want to use your level 1 tuner, your level 4 non-tuner, or level 4 tuner, or for the guard ring combo. Then boot sector launch, very strong. I will say something about it later too. And these effects are very strong if you have rockets in your hand, so special summon free. Then of course Dragon Ravine, Dragon Shrine, for the World Legacy Guard Dragon. Then we go next with World Legacy Succession, Monster Born, Living Fossil, then a Foolish Burial, 1-for-1, then 3 copies of Called by the Grave, very important. If you're searching something you need to call Ash. Then 2 Cosmic Cyclones in my main deck. This could be strong as well if you need more space in your side deck. So now I'm playing a Red Ice Fang's Chain. Can target one the Red Ice monster and equip it to it, and then I can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. And I can send this equip card to graveyard, then target 1 effect monster on the field. So of course I would use the opponent's one and equip that target to the monster cards was equipped to, and if I do, while the monster is equipped to it, by this effect the ATK and death becomes equal to original of that equipped monster. So it's very strong because as a trap you can use it in your opponent's face. And a turn, and 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. So this card, if you don't have Impermanence, you can use Whaler as well, but it's stronger because you cannot call it. And yeah, and use it in your own turn. So let's go ahead with the extra decks. So I'm playing 1 Herb, Ip the War Chalice Jar, then 1 Borlord Savage Dragon, of course, then Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. It could make the difference, this card, because I know it's very expensive, so not everyone can play this card, but if you're playing only locals or something like that with friends, it's not that necessary, but you just need it. So Cyframe Lord Lambda, you just need it for the Ip start combo if you would start it, but I just did it once, I think. Link Haribo for the level 1 monsters to prevent an attack, like if you're summoning your Kalkimera by Heretic and with the 0 defense, then I'm playing 2 Nightmares, so Phoenix and Griffin. Then a Bolo Dragon, the God Dragon Piste and his brother, God Dragon LP, Romulus for Search Dragon Ravine, Sayuja as well, Heretic Seal, Triple Burst Dragon, and Striker Dragon. New from Chaos Impact. He searches the boot sector launch, and this could be very strong because you have more cards if you can search. And yeah, so I will show you now my side deck. So like I was playing, here's tokens. So 3 copies of Lancea because of the Orcus stacks, and Thunder Dragon, of course, or Gramaju. was playing 2 copies of Draw and Lockbird, but I just needed once, yeah, and 1 copy of Pancratops and 1 copy of Ash. So now, yeah, I know why 1 Ash, and yeah, it's like an lucky Ash for me. So I was just playing before in my main deck, and after I saw that I just need full combo, so I just needed my permanence and not Ash again. So, but I didn't need her on the event, so now it's not longer in my deck, side deck. So here, 1 copy of Red Ice Flare Metal Dragon. Yeah, you should know the card to do a passive burn immediately after the resolution of an opponent's card or effect, and it cannot be destroyed if he has materials. And yeah, so this is good for time play, or if you're going into time, and yeah, or to burn down your opponent. Then we have a Gave Dragon. So if you're like in time and going first and last game of the round, then you can burn him for every dragon in your graveyard, 100 damage, and win the duel, also the match. So very strong. I used it like 3 times, I think. Then of course we need Prohibition against Nibiru, or if he doesn't have Nibirus, like Salamangreat, or the Sunlight Wolf, Sky Striker Engage, Galatea Orcust, and yeah. Then 2 copies of the Epidemic Eradicator virus. It's very strong against most decks, I think. Of course, Sky Striker, also True Draco if you're going first and they have all the cards in the hand and they don't trigger then, and 2 copies of Evenly Match. Yeah, so as I said, these cards weren't that effective because I didn't need them, and the virus only once, and yeah, and I didn't draw a hit, but it wasn't that bad. And now I was like cutting these cards out for the side event. After was like 2 Mind Control and 2 Summon Limit. But he was 1 hero. This card was very strong, and yeah. So, and your opponents are like, yeah, I don't expect that you can compete them with this deck. And if you don't know what's going on, it's an advantage, and I will show you now other cards you can use for a side deck, like 3 copies of Nibiru, 3 Dark New Ruler no more, or 3 Twin Twister, or System Down. I didn't decide for System Down, and I was very lucky that I had no opponent of Ockers, and you can play Anti-Spell Fragrance or Red Reboot, so they are very effective. So next thing will show you is about the combo plays. So the stronger thing, maybe I'm the first one because I'm never watching any other deck profiles about my decks I'm building, and yeah, so I hope you will enjoy it. So now I'll show you how to go wild with Black Metal Dragon. So first, I will show you only this card, how we go plus. So normal summon Black Metal Dragon, then we go link 1, Striker Dragon, then chaining 1, search red as cards, chaining 2, search boot sector launch, Your opponent cannot ash this card, so nice. Where is it? Where is it? Protector launch here, and Red as Darkness Metal Dragon is red as card. Then we can banish the Striker Dragon for Red as Darkness Metal Dragon. Then we can special summon Black Metal Dragon from a graveyard. Then we go to Link 2 for Dragoonty Knight Romulus. Chainlink 1 search Dragon Ravines. Chainlink 2 search Red as card. And I'm picking my favorite Red Ice Black Dragon. So, and oh, just forgot the Dragon Ravine. So, and now we have 2 more cards than in the start. So, +2 with this card. Then we would use Dragon Ravine to discard the Red as Black Dragon, and then we can send to the graveyard if you want to. 3 options, so Tempest, that we can special summon later. Destruder to special summon if we have another level 6 or low monster in our graveyard, or there is as well Chalice Guardragon, but we do have Ip, so we just don't have to use it. Special summon the Red as Black Dragon here in defense. And we have the Absolute Dragon to add, if we send to graveyard, we can add a Rokket monster to our hand, and then we can use Bootsack Launch. But now you saw how good this, or how strong this card is, because we can chain block twice. And later on we can chain block again with Sayuja, or if we use for a Link Summon together with this Black Metal Dragon. So we use Power Shuffle now. I'm just playing 44 cards, and it's very consistent, so yeah, maybe you can cut out the 2 Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Crusader Draco, and the Globe Bulb, but they don't harm your deck, so 44 is good. If you don't need cards, it's easier to side them out. Yeah. So then let's go and hope that we don't brick. So I didn't brick at the whole event. So you could imagine. But Black Metal Dragon almost didn't show up in any matches. Or it was like summoning him with LP later and so on. So. And if I saw him, it was more going second game 1. I was surprised by myself that I won most of the game 1s, although I was going second, because yeah, as I said, I just lost all of the die rolls, so let's hope for good cards. And there we have, do we have him? No, we don't have our Black Metal Dragon, but it's not that bad, so we would start with Gateway Dragon. Then I would use Quick Launch to special summon 1 Rokket monster from our deck. So we go for Tracer. Then we do Link 1. For where is it? Ah, sorry, Striker Dragon. Search the Boot Sector Launch. Could have done later if you want to, but it's easier because of the banishing. So we can banish Striker Dragon without any damage. So then then banish Striker Dragon for Red as Darkness Metal Dragon. Then effect of Red as Darkness Metal Dragon, we can special summon the Gateway Dragon. So now we can decide what we want to do. We can just go with them here for Romulus. Then we can add our Dragon Ravine. So then we have our Ravine. Then we use Ravine, activate effect, discard. Maybe it's better to discard our Chalice Dragon. Then we can send to grave Absoluta Dragon, then effect of Absoluta Dragon. We can add a Rokket monster to our hand. We would pick, where is it? Rokket Synchron. Then we can use the effect of Gateway Dragon to special summon Rokket Synchron. Instead of using Bootleg Launch, we can use it as a discard if we need to. Then we can go for Link 1. LP. Then Link 1 again. Piste. Then we would use the effect of LP. Special summon Black Metal Dragon. Then we go next to Triple Burst Dragon. Then we can add the Red Eyes card. I would pick Retro Dragon. So then I already have to use Pisty's effect. Special summon Red Darkness Metal Dragon. Then I would use Red Darkness Metal Dragon to special summon Black Metal Dragon. Then I would go for Sayuja. Now we can chain block. But I'm doing now only to show, because if we can do and if we're sure that the opponent doesn't have anything to interrupt, we do chaining 1 and chaining 2 instead of the reverse. So first of all, we just want to draw permanence living fossils, so, and 1 Bro Tower, so that's not bad at all. Just have to decide what we would stay with. So Bootleg Launch can go away. 1 impermanence as well, and yeah, so we do have in our graveyard which has Guarding if we need to, but we don't have normal monster, but we have Synchron and Traces. So I'm thinking about staying with Living Fossil, staying with Impermanence, and staying with Bro Tower and Destruder. So we shuffle these ones back. Then we can add the Red Eyes card. I would use the Red Eyes Black Dragon. So now, effect Sayuja, special summon Bro Tower. Effect Bro Tower, target Bro Tower. We discard the Red Eyes Black Dragon. Then we can add a Dark type. What's Dark type? Dragon, and I'm looking for what I'm looking for. We should use another Black Metal Dragon. So because now if you want to, we can equip it to a Red Darkness Metal Dragon, and then if we were looking away, we just get another card. So now I'm using Living Fossil, special summon Tracer. Loses 1000 attack, but never mind. So now used for Synchro for IP. Has to be banished. Then we have here IP. Then we can search a Wild Legacy card. I'm choosing Wild Legacy Succession. So then we just go for Link 2. So fact chaining 1 IP to special summon Which Has Gathering here. And special add the reddest card to our hand. We use Red Fang with Chain. So then we special summon our What Has Gathering. So then we use Wild Legacy Succession to special summon Red Darkness Metal Dragon here. Now it's up to Red Darkness Metal Dragon, special 1 monster. So and I'm choosing choosing the Triple Burst Dragon. Okay, we do it here, it's better. Then I would use Struder Note for half of my life points. So then we go next for Link 4. Then we go for Griffin, Effect Griffin. We discard a card. By thing of chain, we can set it again, and because of co-linked, we can draw another card. And let's hope for Monster Reborn. Oh, okay, it's a Gateway Dragon. So, what we can do now? So special summon monsters cannot activate the effect unless they are linked. So we still have a Watch House Guard Dragon here. And we have our Raz Black Dragon here. So then let's go on for now we have opportunities like the special summon or Appaloosa if you want to. If not, we go for Link 2. So it goes to Graveyard. Then we can special summon Heretic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. And now we can use Watch As God Dragon Banish and special summon a Red Black Dragon. So and then we set our Infinite Impermanence, and there we have our as an example of endboard, because we still have could use in other ways go for Savage or go for Appaloosa. So as you saw, this combo isn't that easy if you don't know what you have to do, and your opponents don't expect that you're building this with your red ice deck, and if you saw that you don't have to start only with Black Metal Dragon, because it's possible to go with him after, and of course you're special summoning with Heretic Seal by tributing itself, and stand by your main phase to special summon your Koakimeru Drago with 0 defense. So that's why we have to chain to to what was it? the chain to steal the opponent's monster, and then we have impermanence. So the board is like interruption to bounce a card on the field, your own card if you want to. Then only special summon monster can activate the effects if they are linked. The both of them cannot be destroyed. Under Sayuja they got a power boost. I can steal monster and impermanence there, and my opponent cannot special summon any light or darkness monsters. So me as well, but that's not that bad, because in my turn, if I'm going to be successful, I can summon Appaloosa with Chimera and go for the next, and then use Darkness Metal Dragon and go on. Most of my opponents would give up, like Thunder Dragon players, because they cannot special summon their monsters. And it's very successful and it's very consistent, so I love this deck and everything. And the problem of this deck is more the one who's playing, so myself. So I just built it on my own, but I do have a lot of pressure of performance that I'm getting too nervous, because it was my third YCS, but I'm more nervous than my first one. I'm nervous at locals. The more I win, the better I stand. The more I'm getting nervous, starting to shake and everything, and that's why I'm showing to you now this deck, and I very recommend that you should play this deck, because there are many options. It's a cool deck, it's a dragon deck, and it's not the standard of dragon combo like now with Cyphered or something else. Also, you could use a side deck if you want to, and if you have the money, Phantasma, but yeah, so I just love this deck, and it's very strong. So I mean, I didn't get my 21 points only by luck or bad opponents. No, there were very tough games, and it wasn't easy, and I was under a lot of pressure. So but it's possible. So I'm starting to look for another players who love Red Eyes or who love dragons, who wants to play anything else, and this is deck to show better, to be better than Blue Eyes. So because Red Eyes is so much cooler, so for me, and I hoped you that understand how the combo works and so all, that you can play this deck as a tip. So if you don't have the money for permanence, you can use Valor, so you can save a lot of money, and for locals you can replace Appaloosa for anything else what you think is good, like I don't know, Evermax, a Unicorn, or what else is in your mind. And if you don't have the money for Savage, then you going for a Fate Dawn Dragster or another level 8 Synchro monster. And yeah, but all of the rest is very important. And the thing is, without impermanence, and then you go for Wayland, without the Palooza, and then you go for Unicorn. And in low rarity, this deck as a budget deck would only cost, like, so with the same side deck I have here, wouldn't cost more than 150 euros. So these ones are expensive in Ultra Rare. This is quite 2-3 euros, something else. Prohibition as well. So these aren't much expensive. So, and this full power as I build now in low rarity would cost like 300 euros, but it's worth it, guys. So I very hope, and I believe, and all, like I'm believing in this deck, so that it's possible to top with this deck, like in top 32 or better, or maybe to win. If your opponent don't calculate this deck to play against it. Because you can chain block, you can bait, if you have the right hands like I did, you can win going second if you have a permanence against Colossus or what else. It's possible with this deck, and I'm believing in this deck because it's now better than myself, although I was the one who built it. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video, this deck profile, because it was my first one. I think it's a bit longer than I wanted to record it, but yeah. So keep going, keep playing, have fun, not like me, like having more pressure, and show the world how cool Red Eyes Very will be. So in a mix with Rokket, but never mind. So see you next time, and there we go with the end with my favorite card. Where are you? Red Eyes Black Dragon. Bye.